Hey guys, and how's it going? Maniac Mower here. Got another video for you today. We are going to be working on the 68 again. For those of you who do not remember or are new to the channel, this is my 1968 I got. It was sitting in a barn for 20-something years, and it had an open side barn door. It had a Tecumseh motor in it at one point. It was left abandoned for 20 years. And I ended up picking it up. I had to swap the motor out of it, and then I swapped the motor again, dropped this motor in it. We had ordered a new dipstick tube for it once before, but I got the wrong tube, as you can see. So we couldn't put the gas tank in, and all hell broke loose from there. And I ended up having to order another one, and I've been waiting on it for a while because of this coronavirus. And so I finally got my new dipstick tube, as you all can see right here. That's our dipstick tube. I may end up cleaning it up and painting it black. I'm not sure on that yet, but the green, I think the green looks good with the tractor, but it's just a shade too green. So again, I'm not looking for it to be perfect. It'll end up fading down here soon. So not sure what I want to do, but that's the correct dipstick we need for this tractor, so hopefully, all things considered, it'll work. So what we are going to be doing today is we are going to be pulling out the motor. We're going to unhook the drive belt. I wish we could, well, we could probably do it without pulling the motor, but that'd be the easiest way to do it. We got to pull the PTO clutch back off. We got to pull the belts off. We got to unwire it up. I think all we need to unhook is these two stator wires. And once we unhook those stator wires, we should be able to lift it back out of here in the headlights. I don't think there is anything else to do. Starter. Yeah, it is wired. So that's all we need to do right now. So without further ado, let me get you guys put in the stand. We will get this thing pulled out of here, and that'll be it. Well guys, there we go. There's the motor. There's our prize. So now, what we're gonna do, swing her around. Let's get this off of here. We're gonna put that one on. That gasket should be okay, so I think we'll just reuse that gasket. They didn't send me one with that, I don't think. They sent me the screws, which kind of surprises me. But let's see. Oop. Let's see. No, I don't. You guys ready to see how many times we're going to drop this motor before getting it in? Didn't end up finding that bolt, unfortunately. I don't know if you guys saw it yet. This hole right here, that's what I had to cut out for the oil pan. For those of you who are wondering. Did a little bit more working on this thing. I ended up plumbing the choke cable and throttle cable. So they're right where they need to be. Everything on here is all set and ready to go. I do need to put a little bit more play into the throttle system, but I think other than that, we've pretty much got this thing all set and ready to be bolted down and everything. This is hooked up. Condenser is going to have to move because it is right where the fuel tank needs to be. No room to spare. Well, let me show you guys how much it needs to move. We could probably get away with this being right there. That's our headlights. That move. It just barely fits. It's so close. As you can see, it barely hits it. So if we were to move this up, turn it that way some, we might be able to get the condenser, we might be able to get away with this being here. So try playing with that a little while and see if we can get it to move up. Got everything all hooked up. Not quite sure if it has spark yet. The key switch don't work, so we have to, thought I saw smoke. So we have to use the push button. I wired the push button up and everything. We're gonna pull this off of this. I wanna see if it's got spark or not. Let's see how it looks. Ready? No spark. Okay, that's weird. I'm wondering if it's because of this being where it is. Yeah, I doubt it is the condenser. Well, key before messing with this stuff. I don't want to have a light show. I know it'd be cool, but we don't want to have a light show right now. Okay, so what else? Oh. That's loose. I don't know what that goes to. Oh, that goes to there. And that runs. Oh, okay, I see. So our dash wasn't getting any power. Let's try this again and see if putting power to the dash fixes our no spark issue we were having. Ready? I completely forgot about that. Let's try this. Ready? We can always look at the points and see. No. Okay, no power, no spark. So, well, I guess we ought to tighten that down. For those of you who are wondering where I found the battery, this was down in my basement. I forgot I had it. I forgot to tell you guys where this came from. So, since mine got stolen, I have to use this one for right now until I get mine back. Tighten that nice and tight like that. There we go. We are still not getting. Checking my wires here fast. It's hard to look over everything with it in the tractor. I don't know if the stator is any good. I don't know if these wires are any good. I think what I need to do is run. Oh, that grinding noise, I think that's just it hitting on that because it has little pieces that stick out. Ready? No spark still. I could tell you right now, if we were to run a wire straight from the battery to here, it'd have spark. I know it would. Okay, so it's one of two things. Points, the coil, or the condenser. This up here, we hook down. I had this hooked up. We're not trying to run it right now. We're just trying to see if we've got spark. Ready? Lights don't even work. Okay, so somewhere along here, we are not getting any power to the tractor. Let's see. Battery, there, here. This wire goes to this button. This wire goes to the dash. Do we have that on the right one? Let me go look at my book real quick and see the wiring harness. Oh, I think we forgot. Is there another harness down here? No, I don't think so. Those wires come off, go to the stator. Okay, well I guess not. I thought there was another thing somewhere, but I don't think I put that on this tractor when I wired it up. Okay, so right now we are trying to diagnose spark. You don't think it could be because this is bad, do you? Or could I have these all swapped? I know where the two are supposed to go. Well, the one, I don't know about these two. Swap them. Let's see. Swapping them helps. That wire that's open right here goes to the headlights. So ignore that one. Nope. Take a look at the book. Everything's wired up like it should. So, shit. Key switch, I don't think it's our problem. That's tight. These are, that's loose. Unhook this here quick. Okay, let's see here. So, we tried touching that to this and that sparked. So, that comes off positive. Let me unhook the negative. That's make sure that. Why it's not working. Let's see. We're going to try to tighten it down this time and see if that helps any. There we go. Now it's tight. So hopefully that'll fix our issue. Ready? That didn't move at all. Nope. I know it ain't pulling any gas, so I don't have the switch on. You guys think we should run a wire from here to there? This wire, that goes through the gauge, down, out to here. That powers this system. And we still don't have lights. Are these even hooked up? Yeah. Everything on this is hooked up. I wonder what we're missing. Let me take a good look over it. I want to see if I find out what it is, I'll tell you. For those of you who would guess we would have to pull the battery back out, you are correct. Let's see what we can find after taking a good look. That's all tight. That's there where it should be. What's this? Okay. That goes. Where does this one go? Let's pull the battery tray. Make things a whole lot easier. And plus, we can look under there and see what wires need to be fixed. Probably gonna have to close that window. I don't know if the wind is getting to you guys or not, but I might have to close that window over there. I'd like to open the doors, but I know it gets pretty windy in here. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Pull this one off of the steering column. I'm gonna have to look at new boots. Mine are falling apart. For those of you who hear me dragging my feet, no, I'm not dragging my feet, that's my boots. The bottom of them is coming off again. They don't last. I want to start wearing tennis shoes again, but I have messed up feet. And if I wear tennis shoes, then I'll feel every step of it. And if I kick something, I'll really feel it. Where with the steel toe boots, if something hits my foot, I'm not going to say anything. I've got some kind of mess in my foot. I haven't had it looked at yet. I don't go to the doctor for stuff like that, because I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see. What we are missing here. That's in. This wire goes from here to here. Feels loose. I'm almost wondering. I have this wired up. Do I have this thing wired up for a Tecumseh? I wonder. Well guys, I think I might have this thing wired up for a Tecumseh. I might have to wire it up for a Kohler. I didn't think of that. Oops. Okay, well, let me go take a look at my book and we will see how to wire this. I may have to wire this thing back up. I might not. We'll see. Okay, so I was doing some looking in my wiring diagrams and I have this tractor wired up wrong. The way that I have it wired up, yes, take your time to laugh at me. The way I have it wired up is set for a Tecumseh that has one of the solid state. I could put a solid state ignition on this if I was to wire it up for it, and I could use it with that. The reason that we are not getting power is I don't think it sends power out the way I have it wired up. It just sends it to a ground. I think it just sends it to ground, so it's not making power right now. So I think that's what our issue is. I'm gonna go on ahead and wire it up like a square fender should be, or where a Kohler should be. I didn't think there was that much difference in it until I looked at it and I found out why. So okay, let me go on ahead and wire this thing up correctly. We might be able to get rid of the push button start if we do, and I will be back. Well you guys, I have unfortunate news. The key switch, we may not be able to get this thing going today. The key switch that I was going to put in here, this one, this terminal is loose, somewhat loose, which I don't think will hurt, but the problem with it is it's not going to fit through this hole that is here. The thing on it's too big, because I've been sitting here fighting with it. I'm going to see if I can fight with it again to, let's see if it'll go in this way. If it will, then great. Maybe it will. No, it won't. Okay, so like I said, it won't go in, so we got to play with it again. I really want this video to go up tomorrow because I do not have anything else to upload. I do not have anything else to upload tomorrow. So I also went and I dug through the hoard and I found this, a smaller spark plug wire, so hopefully that'll help us out a little bit. I do want to relocate that coil. I don't like it where it is, but for right now it's going to have to work. Is there anything else? I don't think so. I'm going to do some looking around tonight and see if there's a way if I can get that key switch we had in there before to work. I had one around here somewhere I was going to put in the patio, and then I ended up putting it aside and getting a different one for the patio, so I don't know where that one is. I know the round fender doesn't have the style I need. The patio has one in it, but I'm not pulling it out. I don't want to scratch that paint. I could pull one out of the 216 or the 73, but I don't want to pull them too far apart. So that's where we're at right now. I have them all running right now. I might as well leave them alone. Update on that round fender, we might be getting another engine for it here soon. So be expecting that to run. I got a couple different options to go by. One, I could trade the motor that's in it right now for, or I traded a hood. I traded the hood off my part stoning 210 that sits out front that I have in the front building for a 10 horse Kohler. 10 horse Kohlers didn't go on the round fenders, they went on the square fenders. The problem with it is, for that 10 horse I'd have to chop the frame off of it like I did on the 68 and I'm doing on the patio. So that's what we're doing right now. I got to decide whether I want to use that motor that's on it or I want to use the one of them two. I think I'm gonna steer. I'm steering away from the motor that's on that right now, so I'm either gonna lean towards that Kohler, the 10 horse or the 8 horse, because there's an 8 horse Kohler somebody was talking to me about that they have. I don't know if they have any of the shrouds for it or not. I don't know what all they've got for it. I'm keeping an eye out for a complete one. Is there anybody out there who would be interested in trading a HH100 or a Kohler K181? All the shrouds, I'd prefer it to run, but it don't have to. It could have been setting for a while. For a Tecumseh HH100 or a 10 horse Kohler. The 10 horse Kohler is missing. I'd have to see it to know what all it needs. I don't think it needs very much to get going again. They didn't put that horsepower Kohler on the round fenders yet. Again, this round fender is kind of redneckified, so it really wouldn't matter much. But okay, well, I'm going to go on ahead and end the video here. In order to get that key switch I need, I have to go on the computer and order one, which no guarantee that'll be here before I need it, so oh well. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching. I would just hold off till I get the new key switch, but the problem is I don't have a video for tomorrow, so we're gonna put this one up. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you all in the next video. Was going out to go in the house, and look what I found. We might have ourselves a key switch. Looks kind of rough, but I'm sure if we cleaned it up, it might work. What do you guys think? Should we try it? I know a lot of you are going to go on out and say, I thought you didn't have another key switch. Well, I dug around through the hoard a little bit more, and I remembered I had a parts donor out front, and I pulled the key switch off of it. So we are going to see, and we are going to hope this key switch will work. Let's see. Yes, it will. Look at that. We got a key switch now. Get this thing put on here, and hopefully, hope for the best. Let's see if we can get it. You know what we gotta do? How about we don't hold them while we're trying to put this on here? That would probably help me out a lot. Got that new, got that key switch mounted in and everything all ready to go. Let's go on ahead and see if this thing will turn over. Ready? Oh, great. This didn't come off, did it? No. It's still there, it's still there, everything is still there. What's this thing look like? Could possibly be. Looks like it's full of rust. I stuck another one of them on there because the one that I had in there didn't want to work. And I guess the one I put on there must have been a little rough inside. Grab my little cleaners. We'll have to see about what one of them will get in there and clean that little hole. These are carburetor cleaners, but they will kind of work. Hopefully, they will work. Looks like it pulled some of it out. Do I have a bigger one? No. Maybe this one. Oh well, I guess we'll have to hold that worked. Okay. Put this over here. Now we got two problems. We don't know if it works, That's our first problem. Now we got to decide whether it's a wiring issue or a key switch. There should not be anything wrong with that key switch. That should be not our problem. Now, I bypassed the button because I kind of just got sick of it. I lost one of the screws for it and just didn't wire it back up. Ready? Nope. Okay, so one could possibly be, there are no safeties on the tractor, so I know it's not any of the safeties, but you never know. Could be possible. Well, we'll probably end up unbypassing that button. So, okay, I guess. Well, let me go on ahead and do that here quick. I'll take that battery out, pull the thing back apart, take that button and hook it back up, put it back together and see if it'll work. So I was pulling the thing apart and I pulled the battery out. I was gonna pull the battery tray, but I looked under here to see what everything looked like. See this wire? You know where this is supposed to go? This is supposed to go right here on the key switch. See what it's not doing or what happened? It came out of my crimp. So we are going to have to do something different right there. That, I think, is what caused our problem. Okay, I solved our issue, I think. I haven't tested it yet, but we're going to find out here and now if this tractor is going to run today or if we're going to be screwed over. Ready? Guess what? Let me move you guys over here so we can check it and see if it's got spark. Okay, I'm going to check it and see if it's got spark. I'm just going to look through here where the points are so I can look and see. She's got spark. What do we want to do next? Let's go on ahead and dump some fuel in the tank. We'll let it feed its way to the motor. We'll choke it and try firing it up. I do not have access to the throttle, so we're just going to have to kind of guess and hope that it'll want to go like it should. Hopefully, all things considered. Let me go grab some gas and this thing might run. Put some gas in it and filled it up. Hopefully here soon we're gonna let gas go down to the pump. We do have access to choke, so we will choke it, of course. Then give it a second and we'll see if it'll start. Ready? Wanted to. Ready? Oh shit. Negative came loose. Let's try it again. Give it a second to rest. The fuel that was in it was probably already in there from earlier. Oh, you know what? I knew the valve was closed. Quiet. Oh, fuck. We've got a fuel leak. It appears. Where are we leaking? Okay. What side are we leaking out of? Well, man, oops. It fired off earlier. I guess that was from fuel that was already in that line. I have no idea which side it's leaking from. Let's close this. And if it stops leaking, we eliminated an option. Ready? Okay, this goes right here. It is leaking from here. Let's pull this off and see. why it is leaking. No indicators right away. So, let's see if it still wants to leak. We may need to put, yeah, it's still leaking, not as much, or not as bad. Well, let me unhook that side. That'll give us some more. Here, let me replace this here quick. Turn the gas back on. I think I've taken care of it. Let me turn this on. Let's see. Did it do it? No more gas. So let that run down to where it needs to be, and then we'll try turning it over quick. Ready? First run in the new tractor. Want to see if she'll drive? That was weird. See if it'll start back up. Wants to. Well, okay, I guess. Finish getting this put back together. The rest of it a lot more. We don't have that wired up anymore, so this is here for decoration. I think I found our problem. I didn't see that until just now. Let's take a look and see what the deal is. What is our carburetor just overflowing? That's new. I've never seen it do that before. Interesting. Well, it's not doing it now. I wonder if the needle or something wasn't put together right. It appears to be coming out of where, it appears to be coming at it here. So, I wonder if, that's weird. You guys don't think it could be, maybe we do have a throttle, no we don't. I wonder if our carb just needs to be adjusted. See if it does. I doubt it, but we'll see. Tell you what though, I've never had any issues before with this carburetor. I didn't see that until not too long ago. Yeah, this seems kind of open too far. Let's see if that fixed it. 2.5. Ready? I don't see any more. We'll see. Yeah, it's pissing still. Shit. I did not expect that. That didn't take. And it's coming out right there too. This thing is just a leaker, isn't it? You know what I wonder? I wonder if we're gonna have to pull that carburetor apart. I wonder if it's got a bad needle. It's either got a bad needle or a bad float. I don't see it being the float, or the needle, but it could be one of the two. Well, we did get it running though. We diagnosed no spark. We got her to where she'll run, but right now we got to diagnose a carburetor issue, which it has not done that before, which kind of surprises me now. So we're gonna have to do some diagnosing with it. I'm gonna have to dig around and see what the deal is with this carb. I almost think it might just possibly be the needle and seat aren't seating too well. That or the float might be no good. So I guess we'll pull that apart here next in the next video. I'm gonna make you guys wait until next video. So I am going to go on ahead and end this video right here. As you guys all saw, we got this thing going again and we got it to run. We haven't gotten it to drive quite yet. We are just about there though to where it'll drive. It does run, so that's good. Okay, you guys, well, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you all in the next video. Hopefully next video we will get this thing running right and driving. You guys saw the one video. I let it sit there and run for an hour or two and it just kept on putting away. It didn't piss gas or anything like that, so that's weird. Okay, take care.